Okay, we are going live. We smile, because we are getting ready to go live.
Nice.
Yes, we are live. Yes, 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 yes. And I want to say welcome, welcome, welcome to you, Kelly. It's so nice to have you with me today on our podcast called The Spotlight is on You. How about that?
Love it. Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's always good to be with my WPN, as I always say, sisters.
Yep.
We're in the same community, and that's why community is so important, because you meet people, being when you're actually a part of a community, and you keep showing up and you keep showing up, it gives you an opportunity to actually meet people, and we all get to know one another to some degree, and that's a beautiful thing about the community. That's just my opinion. What's your opinion?
I agree 100%. Ever since I have become affiliated with this group, which hasn't been long, just a couple of months, I have made probably 6 or 7 new friends. I
Yeah.
have had doors open for me that I never would have imagined. I have met some amazing people, and I'm continuing to work on my healing work, which is pretty much what I'm going to do for the rest of my life. But I've met new people to provide the help for me. So that's really awesome.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. And that's how you came about our speaking program. I
Yes.
know Nancy Matthews, who's our founder,
Yes.
coach, leader, all the above. And she'll be hosting this event tomorrow. She'll be the co-host for our event on Friday.
Hmm.
And I'm just so excited about that. And yeah, so I think she mentioned to you, and you
Yes.
scheduled with me. And I bring that up because this is what strategic partnering is all about as well.
Absolutely.
And this is we always, back in the old day, we say word of mouth. Well, word of mouth is going to always exist, but the value in making those connections when we get those recommendations, such as what you did, is because we want to build that relationship.
Exactly. And
And
when I met you in an online event, there was an energy about you that I really resonated with. And that's why I reached out and connected with you. And I'm glad I did because you've taught me a lot so far. And I know there's more to learn. So I'm very excited about that.
yeah, well, I'm having a blast too. It's been nice. I love your spirit as well. And I'm going to go ahead. Kelly will be speaking for us. Kelly, before I jump into our interview, I just want to throw out this little announcement that Kelly will be one of our speakers on Friday. We have a day to go. I can't believe we almost at the finish line. Woo.
I know.
And Kelly will be one of our speakers. And we would love to have you come and join us. We already have quite a few people registered, and we're looking forward to having a great time. And she's only one of about 14 other speakers. Yours truly, I'm gonna have a few words to say. Y'all know that. And and Nancy Matthews, and so many others, so many others. So I want to just let you all know that Kelly, point at your free gift. Let me just go ahead and introduce them down there to your free gift. There you go. There you go, right there. There you go. A free gift if you just go, and that way you can also learn more about her, because it's going to take you to her website. Because we don't just bring you anybody, we bring you the top of the line when we do these interviews, because these are people who have invested in their speaking opportunities, who have invested in the podcast, and who've invested in coaching with other coaches. They have their own coaching program, their own courses, book courses. So we're not bringing you anybody. When we come before you, we are always unity in service. We're always bringing you the top of the line. So examine her website, because she has quite a bit going on too. And some of you just may want to send her an email and connect with her. We love to have you do that. So with that, I'm going to play a little quick introduction about the upcoming event, and then we're going to jump right into we're going to talk a little bit about you and how you got started, what you do, and all that other good stuff. Awesome.
Love that. That
All
was
those people
great.
not speaking, but all of those are speakers who are in our program. So everybody gets to speak certain times, certain months, whatever, whatever. But yeah, so at any rate, Kelie, I want you, the first thing I would love for you to do, sweetheart, is to tell everybody who you are, your full name, and where you're from, and your business title. There's three things.
I
Who
am,
your full name, where
yep.
you hailing from. I'm hailing from Georgia, so where you hailing from? And your business name.
My name is Kelie Cichoski. I hail from Lake Park, Florida, which is just north of West Palm Beach on the East Coast. And my business is called Transform and Rise and virtually transformandrise.com.
Awesome, 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 awesome. So now with that, you've already given us the Transform and Rise name of your company. And what I would like for you to explain to the audience is, what does Transform and Rise mean? Why did you pick that name for your company? What was the vision behind it?
Yes. So Transform is the brand of hypnosis that I created. I began working in hypnosis and using it to heal, and I found it worked amazingly well for me. It gave me a lot of breakthroughs, and I was very inspired to continue. One thing led to another. I met a wonderful hypnotist named Mary, who trained me, and then I enjoyed it so much I took more training. So I'm trained in two different modalities: quantum healing hypnosis technique with Dolores Cannon and transformational hypnosis. I am also an intuitive. So I took my intuitive gifts, combined them with my two modalities of hypnosis, and created Transform Hypnosis, thus the Transform. Transform Hypnosis is, I'm the only person who does it in the world. It includes past life regression, current life look back, quantum healing, and intuitive channeling. So I'm able to tune into things when I have you in a hypnotic trance that I get I ask you the right questions so that you can discover what you need to learn in your hypnosis session. It can be done virtually or in person, which is one of the things that was very important to me because it's challenging to find people that want to continually come to a hypnotist who does. My sessions are rather long. They can be 4 to 6 hours long. So I wanted to open up my practice virtually. And I developed a technique with Transform Hypnosis that allows us to work virtually. There's no fear, there's no challenges with it. It works perfectly, just as if you were with me. The
Hmm.
rise portion is my
Wow.
framework. The word rise stands for release, illuminate, shift, and elevate. So I
Awesome.
apply that framework to all of my work, including my online courses and teachings, because if I can get you to release what's holding you back, we can illuminate your path forward, we can shift your perspective, and we can elevate your state of consciousness and your existence and give you a better life. So I just apply that to everything I teach and everything I do.
Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. I like how you broke down the word rise. Could you give us that again? RISE.
So it's release,
Release,
illuminate,
illuminate,
shift,
shift,
and elevate.
and elevate. I like it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Who
Because
doesn't
that's
want to
that's
rise?
yeah, and it's a process. Everything, and that's what I love about it. It's a process, and a lot of times we as people, when we understand that whatever it is that we're going through, first of all, it was allowed in our life by divine purpose. And
Absolutely.
when we can accept that, then we can accept the challenge that it brings to us.
Yep.
And when we recognize that we're going to get something out of that challenge, then we can go through it gracefully.
Exactly. Because we have to
And at
remember
the
that.
end, we elevate. It can only elevate us. It's going to take us down if it's going to do one or the other. But if we accept it willingly, it's
Yes.
going to take us up.
Absolutely. And I always teach people that nothing happens to us. It always happens for us. So even if it might be a challenging or sticky situation, it's teaching us something that we need to apply to grow. So if we can change our perspective and look at things like that instead of being victimized by circumstances, we use those to lift ourselves up and elevate our existence. And it really does make a difference.
Absolutely. I like that. I agree. So I know you explained the two different types of hypnosis that you do. And even you kind of gave us a little bit about why. I know you said you was the only one,
Hmm.
and I want you to elaborate just a little bit more. You kind of covered it, but I want you to be specific, just this, and give us more about how it helps people. What would I get out of it? What is it going to do for me? I want to know, why would I come to you in the first place?
Okay. You
What
would
things
come
would,
to me. I'm
you
sorry.
see what I'm saying?
Yep.
I want to know, why would I come to you in the first place? What is it about me or what I'm dealing with? Whatever, what drives people to you, and then I want to know how you help them through whatever it is that they're facing. Take it away.
Absolutely. People come to me for a myriad of reasons. I have had people come to me because they are struggling with limiting beliefs, feeling like they're stuck in repetitive patterns and they can't get out of this hamster wheel, and they keep repeating patterns in relationships or jobs or, home life, and they're stuck. So that's one of the biggest reasons. And I've had other people that have come to me because they had something happen to them in their younger life and they can't get past it. It's either a physical issue that has manifested that has been related to this issue that happened to them, which we have to remember, we are all energy. Energy exists in many forms. If we are injured as a young person, or even in our birth, it can stay with us. And until our body learns to release that energy, it's going to manifest into physical maladies, physical pain, emotional pain, spiritual pain. And we have to learn how to find the root cause of whatever caused it. And then we release it from there. Sometimes these root causes are current life, like I said, a childhood trauma or injury. Sometimes they're past life. I had sleep apnea almost all of my life since I was a young child. And I didn't know it wasn't a physical condition because the medical industry simply diagnoses you that, yes, you have the symptoms, but they don't tell you where the symptoms originate. What I
Mm,
learned
yeah,
after using a CPAP machine since 1999 was it was an energetic block in my throat. Once we realized what it was and we removed it using the same tools I do, I just worked with another practitioner, my sleep apnea is gone. People do not heal from sleep apnea. That is not something that is normally seen. They are wearing a CPAP machine until they die. I do not wear my CPAP machine anymore because we removed that energetic block and we were able to release what was attached to it, which was partially my old soul from a different life and another person's soul from that same lifetime. They were in a combative conflict with each other, and that energy stuck. So it became a physical manifestation in my throat. We were able to clear it, and it was gone. So other
that's
things people,
interesting.
yeah, it's miraculous for me because I don't have to sleep with a machine on my face anymore because I've been doing that since 1999. But what other things that I had a client who fell off a balcony in his college days, and he didn't break his collarbone, but it popped out of his shoulder and it kind of stuck up like that. So they fixed it, but he was having physical pain 40 years later. He wanted to play golf and he couldn't play golf. So he came to me and
Wow.
we were able to go through his childhood and figure out why the accident happened in the first place. And it was
Awesome.
something to do with his relationship with his parents. We cleared it. It wasn't anything he needed as a lesson or anything. So
Awesome.
we cleared it. And he was able to leave without pain in his shoulder. So there's a lot of different things. Beliefs, like I said, beliefs or traumas or injuries. Anything that's ailing you, we can find the root cause of it and get you answers.
Awesome. That's amazing. Yes, and I've seen hypnosis in action before at a conference. As a matter of fact, Nancy was one of the participants
Nice.
on live stage.
Uh-huh.
But at any rate, yeah, so it was very interesting. Yes, yes, yes. It's real. Oh yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It is very real, and there's a lot of different types of hypnosis. Like something I do, I offer a 2 hour session or a 4 to 6 hour session. The difference is an interview. Do
Right.
an in-depth interview for 2 hours on the long session, and people say, "Oh my God, that's so long. I don't want to invest that time." But when I get that interview with you, I can find out things that you may not suspect are causing you problems. I'm trained to listen to your story and to pick out what you're not paying attention to or what you're not seeing and help you see it and release it. Because a lot of times you don't think it's, you're like, oh, I got over that. It's not a problem. But it is, because it's something that you didn't address when it happened. And that energy is still within your body. So we want to find it and release it. So that's the biggest
Awesome.
point of it. The short session is a 2 hours of hypnosis, and you can achieve the same things, but you won't get the in-depth look because the interview is missing. So they both work. It just depends what is better for you.
Right. So the 2 hour session, is that virtual?
They can be virtual or in person.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure we let the
Yes,
audience know that
absolutely.
either or, because we're living in a virtual world now and we have to go with the flow. It is what it is. So I'm happy to hear that. Yeah, we
Yeah.
just wanted to let them know that it is virtual because this is the world we live in. So
Yeah, and I have
don't
clients all over the world. I have clients in Australia, in England, in Ireland, in Canada, and all over the United States, because the convenience of it, they don't have to go somewhere. And I like it because when you come out of that trance, if you've had a heavy trance, it's kind of disorienting. So I don't have to worry about you getting in a car and driving home. I can say, "Oh, you're at home, just, take the rest of the night off, have a nice meal, go to bed at your regular time." And I don't have to worry about you trying to travel after all that healing has taken place. So that's a nice relief.
right, right. Okay, sounds like a plan. You all heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. Well, so reach out to Kelie, and don't be living in those spaces that you don't not enjoying your life. Life is available for all of us to enjoy, and we must. I heard you say earlier about somebody didn't want to invest. Sometimes people don't may not want to invest the time, but that's what makes life all worth living. We have to give up something to get something. And
Absolutely.
so that is something that we have to just let go of, get out of our mind, and realize that number one, we are worth it and we deserve it, no matter
Yeah.
what.
And
That's
when you see what you can accomplish in one session, you probably won't have to come back for another session. But that's the beauty of it. This was designed to be something that's not repetitive unless you want it to be. So it's got that ability. It's also you muted yourself. You muted yourself, Dr. Pat.
good. Okay, so great. I'm sorry I was busted. I had to turn off YouTube.
That's okay. We'll allow it. We understand.
Yeah.
We are in a technological world and we are at the
Yeah.
mercy of
So
these
people are over
websites.
there trying to make comments and they say we can't comment. So I'm nosy. I'm nosy. I'm doing it. Yeah. And so that's I wanted to comment on our video. Yeah. But what it is that I had to see what was happening. But what happened is it's private until it's over and I release it. They'll be okay.
Oh, I
But I was
gotcha.
nosy
Hey,
because it
that's
was
all right.
about us.
You are at the control station and you have a lot of things going on. I totally understand.
Yeah. Okay. So Kelie, I'm going to ask you a question. I know you've been telling me about a book. I know you've written a book already. And I know you're writing a book. Okay, okay. To the
So
beach. That's what I'm talking about. All
this
right,
is
all
my life story that explains my gritty beginning.
right.
There will
Yeah,
be, this is a To the Beach Cut Ties and Run is what it's called. It is available everywhere you can buy books. And it's the story of how I grew up and the struggles I went through and how I became who I am, because we only become who we are because of our struggles. We did not come
that's
here
right.
to have a nice and luxurious and easy, fluffy life. My life was far from fluffy, but I learned a lot, and I'm grateful for my experiences because they really shaped who I am, and they've given me the ability to help other people through those same types of things like addiction, domestic violence, being scammed. You know, the story goes on, and it's an entertaining book to read. It's written in a fictional format, but it is true. It is my life story. So I hope you'll pick that
And
up.
will they be able to access that from your website?
They do have
That's listed
access.
below.
I do believe it is on the about page of my website. So
Okay,
yes.
that's why I wanted to just point that out. Yeah, that's what I wanted to point out, that it is on your about page. This is why I say, yeah, everything we always want to take them where we want them to go. And I know you have your website down there, and I just want to let them know. We try to keep it as simple as possible for everybody because nobody likes to go all over town for everything. So I want to say thank you so much for putting your website, having it accessible, because we
Thank you
just
for
never know. All we do our part, and we let God do the rest. We don't know who's going to whatever,
exactly.
whenever. But
Yep.
we know we have to be ready. So I appreciate you for that, sis.
Sure.
My last question I'm going to ask you is, what is your ultimate goal in working with others through Transform and Rise? What is your ultimate goal in working with others through Transform and Rise? And I know a lot of times people ask us, oh, what is your 5-year goal? What do you
No.
want to be in 3 years from now? What do you want to be in 10 years from now? Well, whatever. So I'm going to ask you, what is your ultimate goal? Whether it's 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, what is the ultimate goal
My
in
ultimate goal
through
is to have
Transform and Rise through that
my
program?
My ultimate goal is to have every single person on this earth remember that they are a soul having a human experience and not the other way around. And I have many tools from which they can choose to do this, whether it's an online course, a lecture, a presentation, reading the book, or working with me one on one or in a group setting. I want to have every single person on this earth remember that they are a soul having a human experience and make it the best life that they can have.
Awesome. Oh, wow. What a reward. Wow. That's a blessing. Yes, because everybody, I always say we was all born with equal opportunity.
Yes,
And another thing I've learned in my life through the challenges that I've had is that not only were we born with equal opportunity, but we all, many times in life, we encountered trauma, situations that we go through in our life, at some point in our life, something very difficult. And what I was told, I heard it said one time, and it makes a lot of sense. And this is why I have you on the platform, to let people know how valuable hypnosis and effective it can be to help them through their challenges. Because what I've heard in my past, and I had to use it for myself, it doesn't matter how you get in the funk. What matters is that you get yourself out.
absolutely.
Don't matter
Absolutely.
what mom and dad did. Don't matter about the third generation. I'm sorry, the previous generation. Don't matter about it. Talk about a generation of curse. They don't have nothing to do with it.
Exactly.
Those are things that we have been common and used to hearing. Well, it happened to me, or it runs in the family. Well, it should stop running right when it get to you,
Absolutely.
because
It
somebody
breaks.
has to break that cycle.
Yes. And it
And what
breaks
I
my heart
hear,
to see people carry that ancestral drama that's not theirs. I carried my mother's drama. It wasn't mine. It took me 50 years to get rid of it, but now I'm free of it and I'm grateful for that opportunity. That was a huge thing, but it opened up my life in ways I can't even list. There's just so many things that have changed for me that I am who I was supposed to be now, but it took me 50 years to get there.
awesome, and you're beautiful.
Thank you. And you are as well, Dr. Pett. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I'm very grateful.
Okay, so before we close, I'm gonna close with the little video, because I want to invite everybody to tap that link right there below. Go to networking2026.eventbrite.com, ladies and gentlemen. Join us on the platform. We host events on a monthly basis. If you are a speaker If you are an entrepreneur and you want to speak and you're afraid to speak, Unity and Service, I'm a visibility strategist, and this is what we do. We provide a speaking platform. We provide podcast interviews, which is a part of your speaking package program, so that we can get you in front of the masses. We fill the seats, ladies and gentlemen, and all you have to do is speak. You speak, we fill the seats. I want to make that clear. So all you have to do is just get up, suit up, and show up and come and make new connections. You're going to walk away with over 35 plus or more new leads every event that we have. We give out to up to 70, 80. We give them, we want to make sure that you can connect with those people who have heard you speak. And we make our disclaimer on our events. And if they don't want the email on their list, they just don't give it to us or tell me privately, and we honor that. But guess what? I've been in business for over a decade, never had it happen. Because if you're running your business and you want to be kept a secret, then you need to see me, the visibility strategist. You need to let us get you on this platform so that you can speak and speak with confidence. And the more you do anything, the better you become, because it is what it is. So with that, I'm going to give an affirmation. Do you have an affirmation? My affirmation is going to be: people fail not because of a lack of desire, but people fail because of a lack of commitment.
Absolutely. I agree 100%.
Over to you.
My affirmation is going to be that every day has the potential to be the perfect day. You just have to take the time to make that happen. And I would like to add one more last comment before we go. Dr. Pat, you helped me craft my presentation for your platform. So I want people to know that she doesn't just throw you out there to the wolves. No. She will work with you to craft and hone your presentation to make it exactly what it needs to be for you to put your best foot forward. So this is why I love Dr. Pat and I love working with her. And I hope you will give her that opportunity to help you.
Oh, how sweet that is. Aren't you special?
That is true.
Oh, I'm going to have you give me that. I may have to have you give us that testimony on Friday. Okay.
I'll be happy to.
Thank you so much, because that's what we're here to do. We're here to serve. And I'm going to close with our video. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for tuning in. Kelie, I love you, and I look forward to seeing you on the platform and hearing you on Friday.
Love you too. Thank you.
And I am... Okay.